guys, this is Guy and Meg, which now I have to. It's been cropped bad.
Are we in this way or are we in this way?
I just need to click into here. Zoom. Alright, there we go. You guys want to see like a black bar above Guy and Meg. There we go. You guys are good. I've censored it so that you guys think it kind of... Yeah. Welcome to Let the Music Speak. It's a first episode. Yeah.
Very excited to be the first guests.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for being the first guest and like saying yes. I mean, we've known you for years. Yeah, so it's the first time I'm like talking to them, but I've known them 2014, 2015.
Yeah, probably about that.
Yeah, so probably about the same time as uni. So just a heads up, if you guys do any subs, follows, anything like that, I will mention it when they're not like answering a question. Otherwise, it'll be like, you what, mate? All right, so if you don't know me and you've just found the stream from directory, my name is Stephen. There's I'm made a lower third. You guys won't see that. You'll have to see it like in the VOD later. The social stuff. And this is going well. I have to like click buttons. So if you want to find Meg and Guy, here is this button that should show down here. There you go. Down this little section of the screen. Mobile devices that do things. And then here is Guy's information, which is... Oh, I've hit the wrong button. Buttons up my forte. Down here is Guy's social media stuff as well. They're both great people. I swear. I can vouch for that.
Oh, thanks.
So I've talked to you guys before the stream, but obviously it's been an interesting Friday for us in New Zealand.
Yeah.
How's the day going?
I mean, today's a funny day anyway because we're kind of finding out more about whether we're going to come out of lockdown in Auckland or not, like on Sunday. And then we wake up at about 4:20 in the morning. And I was in the bathroom and Guy said there's been an earthquake. Yeah. That was our first kind of finding out about it. Although I think our dog Nala alerted us at some point this morning because she came in. I woke up to her licking my hand. I must have had my hand hanging out of the bed. Never happened before. And
they have a thing, right? Animals.
Apparently.
Whenever they sense some kind of danger.
Yeah. My mum was up at that time anyway because.
Why was she up?
No, she can't sleep.
My mum has the same thing as well. Wakes up so early. Yeah.
She was up and she couldn't sleep, so she was just lying in bed. Oh my god.
Oh, you guys are. Are you guys alright?
Yeah, we've just had another civil defence update.
Of course, it had to on the stream. Yeah, I've seen it happen live on streams. There's this dude called Brutism who builds like custom controllers. He made one of pomegranates. I think is how you said the fruit. Like he cut up pomegranates and then like use those things as controller.
I've seen people do that.
Yeah, and he was streaming and it went off twice, like on different days, where the alert literally went off on the stream. Much frights.
I'm not too sure as to why that went off at that particular time. I don't know
Well, that was, I think, about another tsunami warning for Auckland, but I think it's more just like don't go to the beach because the currents are all weird. It's a shame because it's a beautiful day and we've had like bad weather the past couple, so this is exactly what people want to do with no shops open, nothing to do, nowhere to go. 2 days of like thunderstorms and a beautiful day. All you want to do is go to the beach. So I can see why they had to send it out.
Yeah, especially like from what I've seen like on TV with the news and just showing like the scenes of the beach and stuff to make sure no one's on there. It's just a beautiful scene. Meanwhile, over here where I am, I can't quite see where I am in case I dox myself, but it's a nice day in Steveland. I'll just call it Steveland.
Steveland.
Yeah,
it's all very scary.
Yeah,
it's just unsettling.
I think it was weird. I think there's a lot of anxiety, not like for those people that could have been affected, but just for anyone in general. When they were like, it was just so spooky when there was like tweets and texts saying first wave due to hit at 20 past 10. I was like, holy shit. But yeah, obviously nothing really hit.
And then like 3 or 4 earthquakes in a row, basically, and big ones.
Within an hour.
And then you just sit there. I was talking about it on here this morning, and how fire, you kind of get a warning if it's going to come into your area. Same with a storm or like severe winds, but with an earthquake, you just don't know if that's it. Like that could be like it, and we don't get another one for years.
Yeah.
Or we could get another big one. Like,
right.
It's that going set by earthquakes. You just don't know when the next one is, if it's going to happen.
The big one I remember was 2016. I was just watching something online. It was this Korean drama. I had no idea what they were saying, so like I had to wait until like the dub, like the captions came up. So I'm like, it's good. We're watching good stuff tonight, boys. So I watched that, and all I could feel was the shaking. Like, is that just me? Am I just like moving and it just feels unsettling? And then that's when the rattling started, and I'm like, oh awful. Shit. Yeah.
It's worse because you think it's a train or a plane or a loud car or something. The washing machine at first, and you're like, wait, no, everything's moving. Yeah. Everything's moving. So
for me, it's trucks. If I hear it, like the rattling, thinking it's not an earthquake, I just expect the truck to go by. And if I don't hear that last little bit of a truck, I'm like, oh damn it, Mother Nature, can you calm down? It's a hot mess. But most of the people that I'm seeing in chat, they're not from New Zealand. Would you like to say like who you are and what you do for work?
Yes. Okay. Well, we are Guy and Meg. We are 1 year married, and we've been together 7 years. We both work in the media in New Zealand. Both work in radio. I am a radio announcer on a show called The Edge on the breakfast show.
Yeah, and I am a morning producer for The Rock, and I work with a team called The Morning Rumble.
And that is what we
both
do. We used to do
morning birds, right?
Yeah. Not naturally.
Not naturally, forced to.
We hate it.
Yeah, so both of you have gone through the rotation, right? In terms of the shifts, the early days, the night days. How do you? How does your body? Is essentially like how
does it?
It's. I feel because you were night shows, Guy, and you were day shows, Meg. So you got to have like that nice little like probably wake up a bit late, but like what Steph can do now.
Steve, we used to love our mornings. We used to love our mornings. We'd get up, we'd make scrambled eggs every morning, we'd play cards. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember? And we'd like have this like almost little coffee set.
Yeah.
We'd like set like cream and sugar out, and we'd make scrambled eggs and we'd play cards. Yeah. It was amazing. Yeah. And now we haven't seen the sunrise, or by that I mean we haven't seen, like, we haven't woken up to daylight on a weekday for years.
Apart from the other week where we slept through our alarm and we woke up, it was like a Tuesday, and we woke up to natural daylight and we were like, oh my God. And then we realized,
scary.
Yeah,
was that the part where I think I watched a bit of a video for on Edge TV, like they were going to like wake you up really late with a lawnmower? Was it that day?
Yeah, we're going to wake us up with a lawnmower. We have this thing called the early morning mow job, and we wake people up with a very early mow job, or somebody mowing their lawns. And so they came to do it to me, but I had woken up already, so it was a bit of a fail.
And they were standing outside the wrong house.
So. Yes.
Oh no! Yeah. Out of the years of knowing you, to get the wake up the wrong house.
Yeah.
But it's concerning because we've got an Alexa alarm clock, and you have to say, Alexa, stop, to stop the alarm. And I've started saying it in my sleep. So hence the problem
sorry guys for watching this on TV, because I realised it might trigger. It's happened before on Twitch where the trigger name. You're more than welcome to keep going on, but I just realised when you said Alexa, it might trigger.
Sorry about that.
Alexa, listen to the Edge and the Rock.
That's a good trick. And this is the first time that we've ever done the same hours.
Yeah, I did.
In our whole 7 years.
I did 2 night shows and you were on days, and then when I went to days, you went to breakfast.
Yeah.
So now we're both on breakfast hours.
So that's nice, at least.
Yeah. Unlike how a lot of people would have just clashing hours where they probably the only time they'll see the loved ones is at night, or in the middle of the day, where it's not like you get to see as much of them in like the typical sense of you wake up, you see your loved ones and you're out, or you come home and you see your loved ones. Yeah.
Have dinner and go to bed and watch TV. We get to see each other a bit more, but we sleep so much during the day.
Yeah.
But it's basically the same.
It is the dream. Like, just sleep through the day. Obviously, it's wake up so early, but just sleep through the day and be like, what happened today? Oh, that's right. I slept throughout the whole day.
Yeah.
I woke up from a nap and had a shower before I came on here. So I'm feeling good.
I like a 10-minute nap before. So.
Yeah, treat yourself. Guys, do you in chat have any questions? I do have a couple that some people brought up in Discord. These are non-related music questions. One is from Marina Sky, and she says, if you could tell yourself one thing that you didn't know back when you started radio and TV, what would that be?
Okay, do you want to go first?
Probably like some sort of side hustle. Just because radio can be quite fickle, and it's especially when you're an announcer, because you're on contracts, it can just be like they could just say we don't want you anymore, and you could just be out of a job. So so many people who have left radio now have, once they leave, they start a side hustle, and especially with an online format like a podcast or something like that, you can't just start it and then all of a sudden it becomes big. And like YouTube, we have a YouTube channel, and that was quite good for a few years, and we worked really hard on it. So that was one of our side hustles. But we stepped away from that. Busy. Yeah, we got way too busy. But it took a good couple years of us doing 2 videos a week before we started to see some sort of benefit from it. Financially anyway. So I would probably say try and have something on the side, not just in case you lose your job, but just another creative outlet,
Yeah. I relate to that. It's because I do it with Twitch. I'm a web developer, but I also like to do Twitch streaming as the side hustle, essentially. What about you, Meg?
It's I've learned a lot about how people will always have an opinion, and there's just no way on earth that you can please every single person. I'm a people pleaser, and I don't like it when people don't like me, and I'm sure there are many people out there
relate.
Right. I mean there's some people that genuinely just do not care whichever way what people like you or not. I mean, kind of like, I feel like a Simon Cowell sort of character or a Piers Morgan sort of character. They like almost thrive off people fighting with them.
I'm
not one of those people. I hate confrontation. I hate people disliking me, and I have learned very fast in this job that there's literally nothing you can do to make everyone like you. And as soon as you try to do that, you're then the original people that did like you. You're going to come across as fake, or you're going to come across as not strong in your opinions because you're just so wishy-washy trying to please everyone that you're not going to stand anywhere. You've just got to be very true to your own morals, to your own self, to your own opinions, and just deal with it. I mean, I don't like everyone, so why should I expect everyone to like me?
Exactly,
and I don't even mean that. I don't mean that in a mean way.
I get you,
But like, there will be people that I just don't like. And so why should I expect everybody like me back? It's just getting your head around that as a human being, that it's okay that people will hate you for no reason. They won't even be able to tell you why. You'll just annoy them, and they won't be able to be like, I don't like what you do this. They're like, oh, I just don't like Megan. And it's a weird thing to process because you normally don't hear it in normal jobs, but in our job you hear it.
Especially,
People tell you, and they're happy to tell you, and they're happy to spend 20 cents and tell you. Weird.
Like with that's the unfortunate thing is, like, brand association. If no one knew you worked for the Edge, and the Edge gets a bit of a rap, even though I like them, like, it's a cool brand. I hear people shit on the Edge, and I'm like, yo, they're people still, yo.
Yeah, it's and as well, like, if something were to happen with the Edge, or if something were to happen with another announcer that worked on the Edge, I think everybody collectively gets pulled into the same spot. So it's really, you have to hope to just know. Now, there's a quote out there somewhere that be a good enough person that even if somebody were to hear something bad about you, they wouldn't believe it. You just have to sit there and hope that if something was to come out and you knew it wasn't true or not how you felt, people would sit there and know you well enough to be like, Megan wouldn't think that. But you can't, as I said, you can't control people's ideas of you. No matter how hard you try. I've tried many years and I've just given that up. No point.
Was that a bit of something you learnt when you took over the workday? Because I think that's how I got to know you more, was when you took over the workday slot. Was there a lot that you learned from like prior to that sort of period of your time, of your life?
Yeah, that was my first like national gig, so I was terrified. I was so nervous about that.
I look at you now. You're in the breakfast.
I know. It's been a really quick transition for a lot of people. It's years and years and years to get to like a kind of position that I'm in on a big station, on a big show. So it's been really fast for me. All in all, I think it's been 6 years. From beginning to where I am now, and it really freaks me out if I think about it. But it's it's that sink or swim, right? You've just got to kind of dive in and try and swim and hope that you don't fall. But Days was great. Days can be really lonely. I did Days as well, and we found it really lonely at times because you're basically in a fishbowl footlight. It's all glass, and you can see all your peers outside the glass that's like soundproof, but you can see them laughing and having fun, and you're going pop out, like, what happened? And everyone's like, oh, nothing, just so-and-so said something funny, and you're like, and it's just so weird sitting there watching all your friends laugh and have fun, but you can't join in, you can't see them, you can't hear it, and so it can become really lonely in that format.
It's the definition of the saying, you're on the outside looking in.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah.
But we quite like working in teams now. It's not quite as lonely.
Because you were originally, it can be annoying sometimes.
Yeah, well, definitely. I mean, like, the boys, Clint or
they're like
Randall,
your brothers, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's how I describe it. Dom and Randall, who I work with, they're my co-hosts on the show. It's exactly like annoying brothers, where you do love them, but sometimes they can just piss you off so much that like you never want to see them again. But then they would say the same about me, but it's all the good thing about our jobs, it has to be over within 30 seconds. Like you can have a fight, but then you're like, I've got to go back on air in a minute, and you learn how to get over things real quick in this job, which I think has even helped our relationship. I mean we never fighters anyway. We hate fighting. But even if we do, we're so pathetic. It's like 2 minutes later and one of us is like, oh, sorry. You just have to get over things really quick.
And all you do is just move a pillow, get angry. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just a pillow.
Well, it's mostly me who starts it because I'm moody. I'm the moody one. Guy's the nice one. And
there was silence. Oh.
Not true.
You want to start something now? You want to get something to watch?
Yeah, we'll be over in 30 seconds anyway.
This has got to get us on front page.
Yeah.
I did have a question that actually popped up in the live chat. Nisa asks, for both of you, was there a moment when you realized that this was the job industry for you? If so, could you describe what that moment was?
When I was in sixth form in high school, so in my second to last year, I had no idea what I wanted to do at all. I think the only thing I wanted to do was be a food tech teacher. And I went to
Is it so you get the free food from the kids?
Exactly. Yeah. And I would have been terrible. But I went to like some careers advisor. She asked me a bunch of questions. She ran all my answers through an algorithm, and then it printed out jobs that I'd be good at. And the top one was radio at like 95%. And I loved listening to the radio. I knew all about it, but I was just like, oh yeah. And then from there, I just went to broadcasting school, and I loved that. And then I went to ZM, The Edge, and So it was just that weird moment where it made perfect sense, seeing it on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
I
never got the paper.
Polly Gillespie and Grant, who did the ZM.
Yeah, Polly and Grant. They were
huge and
absolute legends.
And I was brought up there, and I grew up listening to them and just loving going to school in the mornings and listening to them. And I'd see Mum laugh, and I'd feel really grown up laughing along with her, even if I didn't get it. And it was just, it gave me a connection. And I really enjoyed her, and I thought she was great. And I remember we got some like careers pamphlets about what you could earn and what job, and radio was like big numbers. I was like, okay, like count me in. Still haven't seen those numbers. I don't know where they pulled them from, but and then
just to try and inflation.
Yeah, I think I became really stubborn, Steve. So many people told me I'd fail at it. So many people told me have a plan B. So many people told me nobody gets into radio, and if you do get into radio, you're not going to get into the top six spots on a radio station. Like consistently, and they all came from good places, but it was like family members, it was friends of family members, it was friends of my brother's friends, it was everybody that I talked to saying I wanted to get into radio. It was like me saying I want to be an astronaut. It was just, okay, have a plan B. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, no, thank you. I don't have a plan B, and I won't. And then I guess I like proving people wrong, and here I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I need water. It was just a bit of a, you can hear the, just hydrate yourselves, guys. Treat yourselves. Oh, some water. Spillage.
No.
Oh, the worst story was last year.
Oh.
Coffee decided it wanted to marinate in my laptop. It's still alive today, but I don't know how it is. Like, yeah. Oh, one thing I want to go back to was your YouTube channel. So it's Guy and Meg on Air. Could you go into a bit of that? And like what you created in the past?
I started that originally with lots of support from you when I wanted to do some plus size fashion. I had seen there had been a few channels that had started in America, Loey Lane, Living to be Fearless, who I was really inspired by, of like embracing a plus size body and the clothing that they wore. And I look forward to their videos every week, and I saw how much it changed my confidence in me, seeing the outfits they put together. All my life I've been taught if you're bigger, it's almost pointless. Just wear what fits you rather than wear what you like to wear or what looks good. Yeah. And they completely changed my outlook. And suddenly I was like looking at clothes websites, and they introduced me to places I had never known. I think America's a lot further on when it comes to plus size clothing for women, especially a few years ago. It's come better now. And I just was like, wow, this is a whole new world, and I want to try and do that for Kiwi women here, because I had learned of all these places, and I wanted to buy the clothes and see if they were worth getting, especially since it's such high shipping. I was like, I'll pay for the shipping, and then I'll show them if it's worth it. And then Guy joined me on a couple randomly, and my God, did he get good feedback. And I was like, oh, I guess it's going to be a double up now. And I love that anyway. I loved working with Guy, and I loved doing that. We loved our channel, and we still do love our channel. It just, as soon as I got the breakfast job, we could not keep up with the amount of work that I now had to do. There was absolute burnout for me. And then it just continued, and then we got a dog, and then there was more burnout, and we just couldn't go back. We've talked about going back one day, and it's scary because you sit there and go, will anybody give a shit if we do? Yeah. But
would you possibly do like a live stream, like in the sense like how we're doing a live stream now? Would you do like a live format so you could like cut back the editing process?
That's a good idea, actually. We used to like doing the live ones.
Yeah, we went from one video a week to like
a video and a vlog.
A video and a vlog, and then on Mondays we did, for about a couple of months, we did a live video like this. We were doing 3 different pieces of content every single week.
Plus our full-time jobs.
Plus our jobs. I think it worked out with our jobs because Meg would be 10 till 3, so then you could get home and you could shoot a bunch of videos with the tripod, show the makeup or the clothes, and then because I didn't start work until 2 p.m. because I did nights. I'd wake up the next day and then have some breakfast, and then I'd spend the day editing. So that's how we managed to do it. But then when I went to days and you went to breakfast, it just became too hard.
I know, and we didn't want anybody thinking that we just gave up. It just truly, we tried, but we just got a brand new house. I got a new job, you got a new job, and we got a dog. And then it felt like it was too many months, and we felt a bit embarrassed to upload again.
Yeah, I think the last video we put up was when we got married last year, and we got our wedding video back. And even before then, we hadn't uploaded for about a year.
Yeah, we put our wedding video
like, we knew that there were still some people who would probably still subscribe to us.
Or followed our relationship.
On Instagram or something like that. So we're like, hey, here's our wedding video, and then we haven't done anything with it since.
Yeah, yeah, I got you guys. If someone that watches your content sees like this video, at least they know like you guys just haven't been able to find like the right time if you wanted to like come back into like the content creation. Because I did put on the video, there's strong ones right here, like that you guys are content creators, because you guys are like YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. I see the memes, all the memes and stuff. Like you guys are always creating content elsewhere as well, so it's like there's no absence completely. It's just that it's somewhere else in the meantime.
Exactly, and we will find our platform again. It's we just like doing it. We're lucky to be in a creative relationship. Yeah. As well, where the other person kind of gets it and supports it if somebody's got an idea.
Yeah.
And our creative outlet is also our jobs at the moment, you know.
Yeah.
If we think of something that, if I think of something that probably wouldn't fit on my radio station, then I would suggest it to Meg and vice versa. So
yeah, he's great.
Oh, nice. And that way, it's kind of like you're both helping each other in a sense of like both jobs, because you both have Guy has memes. Heck yes. Oh, sorry, I'm showing off the chat. That was Nisa. we love a good meme in this household. Yeah. Also, thank you to Maddie for hosting the stream, following the stream. Malcolm, thank you for hosting the stream as well, and resubscribing for 7 months. No mai hukumai ki te whānau. Welcome to the family. Welcome back to the whānau. I did that wrong. It's not welcome to, it's welcome back. Because this is how, like, although people are from America, I try to introduce Māori into the streams. Nice. Yeah, so nā mai hoki mai ki te whānau. Welcome back to the family. Welcome back to the whānau. Welcome back to the House of Steve as an honorary guest for, I can't read, 7 months. Thank you. Nice. And keep enjoying the sub emotes. Oh, so it was that. I think I talked over you. Sorry, I had this habit.
No, not at all. We've been talking our ears off.
Yeah.
We've been talking away. Chit chat. Yeah. There's a problem with radio people, Steve. You're not going to. You got to
always fill in time, right? Like, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I've seen a lot of radio stations where they basically like, you won't play like Silent Chicken. Try me, you won't. Then you try it, and like, is it an actual thing? Like, if you don't talk or do anything like dead air for an X amount of time, is it actually like someone from like IT gets triggered a thing?
Yeah, the content directors and people who sort of essentially plan how the radio station works in terms of the logs and the music and the ads and stuff. If there is a certain amount of time where nothing is done, then it picks it up and it triggers it, because I don't know, if an ad doesn't run and then all of a sudden there's dead air, it sounds stupid and then the whole thing can melt down. So it's their job to like run to their desk or run to their laptop at home and try and fix it. So they don't particularly like it when you play dead air. But...
No, not great. I like a little bit of dead air every now and then, because I feel like it makes people lean closer to the radio.
Yeah.
Like, is this working? And then you hear this, oh God, it is working.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one way to get their attention, because they're so used to noise that when there's suddenly no noise, they're like, hold on a second.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Maybe there could be something you guys could do across all, like, I'm sure not everyone's gonna like watch this possible like plan. Like, your competitors, like everyone, just kill the station at like 8 AM or something. Like across every, like The Edge, The Rock, who's your competitor? ZDM, like everyone, just like nothing, play and see what people do.
Got it. I feel like if we say we were to like try and start that, there'll be one person be like, we'll say we will, and then we won't.
And then they'll get everyone.
Everyone gets played. We've got a couple from Discord again. How did you know that TV radio was the feel for you? Oh, actually, I think that might be relaying back. Maybe, is there a different way you could answer that?
Similar.
That's from Ovoy, it's Rachel.
What I like about radio compared to TV is how obviously not scripted radio is. I quite like doing TV. I still want to do a documentary one day. That's on my manifestation list, to do a doco. I love documentaries. But with radio, it is It isn't learning lines. You don't always have to have a brave face. You don't always have to look a certain way or be a certain way, or obviously you still have to be happy, but you can be sad and show your vulnerability, and it's very real. You can connect a lot more with radio, and it's amazing that people feel like they know you through it.
Yeah, I think TV as well, it's quite exhausting. Because, you know, if you go to if you've ever been to a live show of, I don't know, like The Project or Dancing with the Stars or anything like that, you realize how much of it is live and how much of it isn't.
And how much has to be re-recorded and
re-recorded.
Yeah,
exactly. So you sit there for a show that's an hour on TV when you're sitting there
4
at home.
hours.
It's like 3.5, 4 hours when you film it.
Oh,
and
damn.
Going over the same thing. And TV is also, you know, a lot of it's live, a lot of it's exciting and stuff, but I think it's, I don't know, it's just not as relaxed, I think, as radio.
I think some people that might not realize is that the Edge itself and the Breeze recently, they're both radio and TV. Both of you have been on the Edge TV. How was that process? In the sense of like how
Edge TV was
awesome. Fun.
We loved it.
I miss the shows now because it's only just music videos now.
Such a cool opportunity. I mean, one of Guy's best men at our wedding was a guy called Sam, and I did my first show called Takeaways with Sam, and oh my gosh, it was what was so great about Edge TV. And what we'll probably never get again, even if we would do TV later in life, was the freedom of it. I mean, it was like, and you and Sam did a show together as well. It was live. We had no idea what we were doing. It was never scripted or planned. We were meant to.
Yeah, I'm like, how did it look? There was some things on there. I'm like, how did you guys get away with that and not get like a BSA? Because I know people like complain about it. I'm like, even like before your shows played, there'd be like a BSA thing that would come up, like, if you like have a form of complaint you want to lodge, they'll play it before the live show, and like you guys are still on air, and like the one thing that will forever stay in my mind is it was with Marty and Steph when there was Daily Feed, and it was with one of your producers, Dan, and it was
producer Dan,
and it had to do with how he was doing a bit for it was to do with like cats, and it's just that particular thing that went live. It's like, how did that not like cancel the show? Because it was like an innuendo.
And that was what was so great about it, and that's what I mean in the way that I look back with so fondly at the shows on Edge TV, because we were just kids. We still are kids. I'm 30, Guy's 28. But we were, 24, 25, 26-year-olds with our best friends doing TV on like at 9 o'clock at night live. Yeah. And you just sit there and look back and be like, how did we get away with doing like
that was the shit. Yeah, takeaway. I remember that.
Nobody sat down and went over what we were doing that night. We had like producers, but our producers were our friends.
Yeah.
So it was like a mess, but it was so great for us.
I think it's because we didn't have a huge audience. It was Edge TV, so you'd probably get the same amount of viewers on a Facebook video now as what we had as an entire station. So we had a small audience, but they were passionate, and nobody wanted to be a narc. It was like as if they were part of this little group of like, look at these people just doing really crooked stuff on the TV. It was like we want to.
You made jail one, didn't you?
You did like a toilet one, right? And there was the one where I went because it was the mold one, like the fridge. You got stuff from the fridge.
I had like a Tupperware of all my sandwich stuff that I forgot, and it was like a liquid at the bottom. It was horrible. But it was only recently after Edge TV had finished, and Meg and I, before our wedding last year, we went to the gym. And there was these big dudes there that were doing like this real hard out workout, and they're like big scary guys. And then they kept like looking over at me and Meg, and they were like pointing at us and stuff. And then they were like, "Holy shit, you're Guy and Meg from Edge TV." We had finished a long time ago, and they're like, "We used to watch you on the inside all the time." And apparently, Edge TV, massive in prison.
Oh my god.
They got photos with us, like that was sending them to them inmates. Them were like, I'm pretty sure they're not allowed phones in there, but
how they get in there? But thank you for the message. Who would have thought music TV's popping off? Like C4 used to like pop up before Edge TV came out. Like I think that's why it was so good with both of your shows that were on, is that you could like you could show who you were. Obviously, it was somewhat filter in case like the bosses are watching and like, what are you doing? What is this? Where am I? Like you could be yourself on TV, and I think that's why I like connected well with the show. Like I was out of high school like by the time you guys were on, but it was in the way where it was like, hey, like I'm slightly growing up for you guys, but you know, in the same age bracket, not like after school programs, you know, sticky TV.
Yeah.
R.I.P. But like sticky TV.
Yeah.
What a show that was.
Jail mail still.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah, I get jail mail. I got a guy that sent me a beanie once. What did it say? It said something, but the word was spelled wrong. Do you remember that?
Not the name of the brand.
Yeah, but it wasn't. Well, yeah, I think it was, but it was spelled wrong.
Yeah, it was real weird.
But we ended up having to. He got a little bit angry at me, I think, and started writing letters and threatening me and saying very uncomfortable things. And so that one ended up having to be, I think, cancelled in the end. They couldn't send me letters anymore. But we had some really nice jail mail as well.
Yeah.
Some nice people in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is interesting. I've never heard of like that sense that jail actually, you know, they would play Edge TV. I actually didn't realize like what they would play. Like they'd play Home and Away for those who are like, I don't watch that show. Oh, Home and Away's on. You know, like that kind of thing with Shortland Street. Like I didn't realize that they would play, you know, just music TV, which in a way, which kind of comes into the question that I have written down is both of you came from, well, are from radio and have done TV. Was TV somewhere we could like find new music? Because it's how I found music with C4 and The Edge and Juice TV.
Yeah, I still find mine on like, I always find mine on Spotify, but I'll always send them into our programmer. He's the guy that like chooses the music, and I don't know, maybe I've got bad taste, but I don't think I've ever gotten a song. Ever gotten a song on.
I think with content directors, they get constantly from their announcers be like, you should play the song, you should play the song.
Yeah.
And I think the moment they let one of them through the gate and say, oh yeah, we'll play that song because you suggested it, then everyone's going to be suggesting songs to them.
Like a sign of weakness. Like one song and there's a floodgates.
You know, so if like Meg gets a song on the Edge, and then Steph hears about it, and Steph suggests a song, you're like, well, you let Meg's song on, and then then he's got a.
Where's my song?
Yeah,
might be a mess, but I never really did. Oh, I guess I did years and years ago with Juice. I used to watch, and then
and it's back now as well. Like,
yeah,
is it?
One thing you guys might not realize is I work for the company that owns that now. So it's like,
oh wow, cool.
My boss, please don't fire me. Like, this is a hustle. But like, yeah, it's on Freeview now. Freeview 200.
Dan?
What's that?
Is your boss Dan? Is that the guy?
Grant Hislop. Yeah.
Oh, Grant Hislop, I know that name.
Yeah. He's my.
The Sky Sport.
Possibly, he does ad still, but he, I think he was the programmer at some stage at Juice. But yeah, that's back. Oh, sorry, you were saying, Meg, about how you found stuff for Juice?
Yeah, I just love Juice TV and J2. That was the older music, eh?
Yeah.
I love old music though. I love nostalgic music.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just loved Juice, and I never got into C4 as much, which is weird, because but I did with MTV. Because I tried to get on MTV.
Yeah.
I tried to get on.
Oh, was it the wasn't it Sharon?
Yeah, Sharon. She got like third or something.
And then there was the Edge
I got
was
kicked
like.
out the first round.
Wait, what? No, I feel like I need to watch it back. I wonder if MTV still.
Steve, don't. I got kicked out first round. Just see me for like 2 seconds, and I was awful. Please.
Hey,
go a long way.
Yeah, you got it on TV though. Just. Long live MTV, because that didn't last long. Didn't like shut down.
Yeah, New Zealand and Australia had its own sort of branch of MTV for a couple years, and then I think it just wasn't making enough money, so they just made it.
Yeah,
MTV
Sam Calloway, he's won news now. He won, but he only kept the job for like 3 months, and then the New Zealand thing went down.
Yeah.
Gosh,
that is rough.
Like, job and everything.
Yeah, you get a nice job and then suddenly that happened with someone else as well. Music TV as well. TVNZU. One of their Monica. Oh yeah, Monica Barton.
Oh, Mon Barton, we love Mon. Mon's our friend. Yeah.
She got the job for You Live. The channel went down the same month.
That's right. I remember You Live.
She's a legend. She's very, very talented.
Yeah.
Yeah, she worked with The Edge for a wee while.
Yes, she did that.
Yeah. But now she's doing a great job as, I believe, a journalist for News Hub.
That's right. Yeah, I see some of the others come up. Yeah. It's funny how the media works. You work for MediaWorks. How the media actually does work in the sense of you cycle around so many companies, but still stay in that medium. Whereas some people might like dip into like different professions across their lifetime.
It's especially with The Edge. So many people have come back.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Marty and Steph especially. When they left, I'm like, oh no, they're leaving.
Marty's back. Steph came back, obviously. Steph went away for a while for her OE. Our boss, Casey, who now runs The Edge, he left for a while. He's now back. Yeah. So many people quit The Edge or, quit to go and try out other things. And then it's either months or like years later where they'll be like, I want to come back. So it's taught me a lot as well about learning from other people's. I'm sure they would never regret any part of leaving, and it made them who they are, and they enjoyed these other challenges. But seeing everybody want to come back, it does remind you that even if you're having a rough week or a rough time with a job at the time, the grass is most of the time always greener, and we have it pretty good.
Yeah.
If you were given the chance, Guy, to go back to The Edge in the sense of either like the TV station or radio, would you go back if that was offered to you?
I mean, I'm pretty damn
love
happy
the rock
in my
life
job at the moment.
He's a rock guy.
I do love the music. I love the team that I am working with. And I used to be an announcer, now I'm a producer, which I thought was going to be a real hard shift in like my dynamic, because I'm no longer behind the microphone and all that stuff. But no, I love what I do. I mean, do I love getting up at 4:15 in the morning? No. But it's still, I don't think there's a job at The Edge that they could offer me that would make me go, yeah, I'll come back. But I mean, like we're saying, people come back 10 years later, two months later. So
Brad. I remember Brad, like he left and then years later came back. Yeah.
And you've always loved The Rock, though.
I've always loved The Rock, and when I was working at The Edge, I loved The Rock. So I mean, I don't see myself leaving the station I'm currently at, because I really enjoy it.
Yeah, there's also in the here. There was actually some footage I was gonna play, like during bits. So like when I was asking if there was any parts, it would be like, so we basically have a break. Like you could just like run off while something's playing. But one of the things that came to mind, I'm like, I can't play that. Twitch might actually take my stream down. What you did, Guy, the last video I saw you in, it had to do with you were hunting for something. Bigfoot or something?
Oh!
I can't play that.
No, you can't. No, there's a certain bit at the end that you probably couldn't play.
Yeah, because I watched it, like, it looked fine until, like, that very, I'm like, oh, yeah, I can't play that now. Like, if I was to ever play it, I'm not getting in trouble with your work.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, that was when there was the infamous big black cat in the South Islands, and myself and Bryce, who works on the Rumble, we went down there to go and find it. And we kind of did, but we didn't. And
that's all we need to say.
Yeah, you can find the video on the website.
Yeah, therock.co, therock.net.nz.
Therock.net.nz.
And then things you can find Meg is theedge.co.nz.
Yes.
Unless like somehow like one they're like theedge.net, like .net. Who does .net? It's like that's the joke, eh?
Oh, the reason being is Brad the boss, who's been in charge of of the Rock for about 20 years or something like that. He had therock.co.nz. And also, he also had like 0800 The Rock as the phone number, but he like accidentally gave them away to like a rock shop, like a quarry or something like that.
Oh, I was going like a Russian like.
Yeah, he accidentally. I don't know, but he had it.
Yeah. Oh no. Maybe you might like be able to buy it back for like $10 in a coffee. A stamp for like from BP or something. Like, here, just give us the URL. Oh man, didn't know that. Like, I always wondered why it was never .co.nz, because that always rolls off the tongue more. Yeah.
That's Brad.
We don't care what you're in for, just watch the Edge TV with us, says someone in chat. Yeah, watch it. There's good stuff from Meg that plays on there. if only like they'll play like historic stuff. There was like going back into the Edge TV, there was some like good shit on there that you guys created over the years.
And then we changed websites, 6 months ago? Not changed websites, I got them uploaded to a new system. We lost so many videos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't find stuff. Like, as I asked you, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try and find stuff, like, just to fill in time. Every page that had the old stuff, because it was because of the acquirement, right? Because Edge TV's now Discovery, Edge is still...
I think so. Yeah.
When that happened, I just can't find anything. Like, there was stuff that was like, okay, I might try and play that on here. One of them was with you, Guy, and when you were hosting with Sam and you had daily feed, it was the interview that you had. I forgot who the artist was. It was about bees, the state of bees. That interview.
Oh my gosh, what was that? That was such a disaster.
Sam and I went to Spark Arena, which is like a big concert arena in Auckland. And we went there late at night to interview Kygo, the DJ. And we were waiting and waiting and waiting. And then we were just sitting there quietly. And Sam just said, I'm going to ask him about his thoughts on the rapidly declining population of bees. Not downplaying that is a significant issue. And, you know,
it is a significant
by
issue.
all means.
But maybe
Save the
not
bees.
Not to a Swedish DJ that was about to go on stage 20 minutes later. And he asked him. And I think he just like awkwardly laughed because he wasn't too sure if he was being serious. Huh? What do you have to say?
Yeah.
So, I'm glad that you didn't find that video.
Yeah, I was like, this is gonna be great to play. Like the best things that have been like put out on the internet and that. Just not fun. Like, damn it, that was some gold there. Like, can you guys bring that back, or is it now owned by the other people?
I think it's just gone. It's like so many things that we've been trying to find. We've lost access to them because of Discovery, and also I believe we changed websites. We couldn't re-upload all the videos that were on there.
Yeah, it takes
so we
up
just lost from a certain point.
Yeah, I went to go went to go for a trip down memory lane not that long ago and just see what videos were still on the Edge website of me, and there's nothing.
It's just the page content, right? There's no like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Could you go back on Facebook, or are they all gone?
I don't know if you can search on Facebook.
Possibly if they haven't linked it off, like if they off-site link.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah.
To be fair, I didn't look too hard. That's my thing.
Yeah. All right, guys. Are there any questions in chat that you'd like to ask? There's one asked from Discord as well, from Ravenclaw or Rachel. If you want a silly one, what's your favorite? It's funny because you got the kitchen pantry. It's a kitchen question. What's your favorite kitchen utensil? It's my favorite icebreaker.
Oh, Guy.
Are you about to do some exploring in the kitchen?
Okay, I'm going to close my eyes, and he's going to get it out, and I'm going to say what it is when you come back, okay? Okay. Let me make sure so I can prove that I know my husband very well. Are you back?
Yeah. Ooh,
is that a plate?
What? Oh, God, no. Is it the chopula?
It is the chopula.
Oh, my God.
Spatula that's sharp enough on the edge that it chops things.
Yeah.
No, that is actually, that's good. That I feel like I should write that down one there.
You're going to try and guess, you won't get it though.
What's yours?
Yeah, you won't get it.
Are we in that stage where we have a favourite utensil?
You won't get it.
I won't get it.
Nah.
Oh, someone in chat said, wait, what? That's amazing. I need that in my kitchen.
You do need that in your kitchen.
Chopula.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to guess blue peeler.
No. It's,
Oh!
Damn.
So these,
I bought you those.
these, Steve, are bamboo tongs that are magnetic. They sit to the side of the toast so I can get my toast out without burning my fingers.
It is smart. And also, great utensil, because we've got certain like tongs that were cheap, I think. And just one day, the little thing that's supposed to keep them together, as this little slider thing, it just snapped off, so now it's just forever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, these are my toaster tongs. My toast tongs. I love them.
Tamina says, I think it's one of those.
Great.
Nice. Nice. Just gonna read up in chat real quick. Oh, also, thank you, Nisa, for the host an hour ago. Dang, we've almost done this for an hour. This is like smooth sailing. You guys are more than welcome to join me like in other ones. Yeah. Would you guys like to do break for the meantime. Also, Shana, thank you for the gift tier 1 sub. The gifted tier 1 sub to Avoid It's Rachel. Rachel, I think you're coming back. So Nama Hukumai Ki Te Whānau, welcome back to the family, welcome back to the whānau, welcome back to the House of Steve as an honorary guest. Continue enjoying the 7 emotes courtesy of Shana. You're more than welcome to take a break if you guys wish to. Like, is there like something you want to do real quick before continuing further?
I've got to take a photo for, you'll see it later tonight, I've got to take a photo for my Instagram, so we'll have to at some point head off and do that.
Oh, nice.
It's gonna, I mean, it's just gonna be on the couch, so hopefully it won't take too long. It's just gonna depend on how I feel about my lighting in my face. But it's going to be telling people to stay inside for level 3.
Yes.
Well, actually, roundabout very soon is when we're going to find out if we're going to be in level 3.
Yeah.
What time is the announcement? Is it? It's actually now, right?
4 o'clock, but there's always a lot of dilly down here.
Oh yeah, like probably Jacinda gets like a nice little cuppa from a trolley.
Yeah.
Like those reporters can wait.
Yeah.
Like when they announced the you guys going to level 3, like I think it's like 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
I'm like, those poor reporters, they're probably like, I'm gonna get wasted and then like have to go into Parliament. I'm sure like there's just booze that you just couldn't see in the aisle. Like there's a vodka cruiser there, there's like bourbon there.
I thought it was because we are essential workers, so we had to go into work. But I thought, how amazing if you're not in a situation where it affects you hugely, like you're not a small business owner, but if you are just working at a job that isn't essential and you find out, and it was raining, so if you find out on a rainy Sunday night at 9 p.m. you don't actually have work the next day, isn't that like having a snow day at school? That's like that. I was like sitting there so happy for the people that like didn't actually, it wasn't going to affect them, they just got a day off. It's not like, you know, their business is going to be affected. And then they were like, oh my gosh, like, just because 9 o'clock on a Sunday is like the worst time of the week in my mind.
Oh yeah.
Worst time of the week. Not that I don't love my job, I like my job, but 9 o'clock at night on a Sunday is like, okay, back to it.
Like, everyone's getting the day off. Oh wait, I'm not getting the day off.
Yeah.
And then you just drive to work and just cry. Yo, lucky bastards.
Especially hard on that Monday.
Yeah.
Especially hard.
Very drowsy, not drowsy driving, but just very like holding the bottom of the wheel.
At least you have no traffic though. Like I imagine like.
Well, we're going anyway at 4:15.
Yeah.
Unless like people are. Yeah. Was there a lot of traffic on the Monday though? The first day you guys went into level 3 again, when people were trying to leave Auckland.
Yeah, true. No, we got stuck in traffic trying to get back into Auckland this Sunday. Yeah. We had a wedding in Tauranga and we had to drive back in, and we got stuck in traffic for 5 and a bit hours. That was not fun.
Oh no. I remember because I saw something else on the Edge site. Yes, there's probably also something else I can't play on here because I might get taken down. TOS. Monka TOS.
Up and somebody who was busting. Yeah. That is all it was that.
2 cups actually.
Yeah, 2 cups, believe it or not.
2 BP cups.
Yeah, somebody has a big bladder.
Is there any question you guys have in chat? Because I'm gonna pull some from a bunch that this is funny. We've done this for almost an hour and a lot of this question like, oh no, I need to fill in time. But this is so smooth, this whole thing.
The talkers.
Yeah. Oh, let me actually check chat because I am so sorry. I like ghosted y'all because it's really hard. I'm starting to learn now that when you do something like this, it's very hard to read off chat from Twitch. Yeah. How the hell did you guys do this on TV? Oh, you got like producers like whenever like. Your boy Steven would send in tweets to your shows. They would get feeded through like.
Yeah.
You always made my afternoons, guys. So it's like.
Aww.
Yeah.
Thanks, Steve. You always made ours supporting us. Honestly, we'd always talk about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now that it's almost an hour, here's the real question that this might kill the Zoom call. How's the bathroom going?
Bring it.
How's the bathroom going?
The
Just
bathroom.
the house. The safe house. That's probably like one question that didn't actually come up. How did you guys find the experiment? It was a radio gimmick, right? You had hives, right? Because of stress?
I got actual stress hives. I am a homebody. And the idea of somebody or multiple people watching me 24/7 just doesn't fit with my personality. You know, it's very much so Big Brother, and you watch it, you think, oh, I could do that, I'd be great. But I've never thought I could do Big Brother because I felt like I needed to be switched on and positive the entire
Oh, as soon as you get past like that curtain.
Yeah, and there was no real time to switch off. I actually got more used to it in the second one. The first one I was more wound up and I was nervous, but the second one is when I got my stress hives. And I missed Guy so much. I missed my husband. I missed being able to switch off, you know, after doing the show, because we still had to do our radio show for 5 hours. I
That's a cool little like behind the scenes kind of thing to see how like you guys would create the like your radio shows at the end of the day.
Yeah.
There was the stream that I saw today, because I actually managed to catch it. Usually I don't get alerts for like whenever you guys go live on the Facebook pages. So I got it and I'm like, oh, I actually caught it. It was hard to like hear because the program was coming through. Yeah, so it's like, I don't know who's live, who's talking.
Yeah, that was a mess. That was, we'll probably try and do that again, but that's like behind the scenes. It's just, you normally, being an introverted person, I just need, the way that I regain my energy is from just being quiet, being alone, reading a book, even just going on, at the moment, it's TikTok for like hours. I love TikTok.
I got sucked into that. Nisa, you know, she's the one that like got me into TikTok more. My mate.
I'm so angry. I'm obsessed with it. Completely and utterly addicted.
I had to disable notifications completely, so I have to like physically go into the app to see if someone's done something with my videos. So like I've found a way so that I can go into it, but it's my own demise if I go into the app.
Yeah, because then you're there for hours. Once you open it up, you're like, oh my gosh, where did 20 minutes go? Like, I don't even know. It's a trap. It's a trap for me. But you didn't mind it, did you, Safe House?
I obviously missed like Meg, and I missed my dog and my cat, and the ability.
Your time was the good shit. Like you and Sam, just good duo you two were.
I loved the first one. The first one was so cool because it was quite uncharted territory in terms of what people had done on radio.
Can I pop in here quickly? I just want to say that him and Sam had the absolute roughest ride, being the first two. So so when we got transported, we got a van and we had all the curtains completely blacked out. Like we had curtains all around us. So we sat in a van, but it's completely dark. But we can sit, we can look at a phone, or we couldn't really because we've got our phones sticking up us. But you could do things. Whereas Guy, he had his eyes duct taped.
Yeah.
Like it was
Oh no, I
outrageous.
remember that part of the video, right? And then it was part of the first travel, right? I guess they were trying to be really careful.
Yeah, they
it was
were.
too careful.
There was a bit of money, and it was the first time doing it, so I think they were a little bit paranoid. But yeah, they put like eye mask on and then duct taped our head.
You slept on stretchers or something.
Yeah, we slept on air mattresses that were on crates, and with the live stream was 24 hours. Like it was constantly on. Like people could watch us sleep, whereas in the other houses they turned them off at like 10 p.m. But I loved the idea of the fact that it was uncharted territory, and I was doing it with Sam, so we had heaps of fun. And the people that were in the house with us, the kidnappers, were awesome people. So it was a really cool team.
Yeah.
I loved the first Safe House more than I did the second one.
Yeah.
But no, Safe House was by far one of the biggest highlights of my time at the Edge. It was so much fun.
How different are we?
I know. Like the second time I didn't like it, but the first time was wicked.
Yeah. I feel like that experiment would have been even better with Twitch chat, because I imagine that when you guys were trying to pull questions live at the time, it was quite hard to pick because you had to do Facebook, whereas Twitch. Also, talking about Twitch, Sohid, Matt, hey, thank you for the raid. Party of 21. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Let the Music Speak. These are... Oh, hold on. I'm on the wrong scene. These are some friends of mine that I've known for quite some time. This is Guy and Meg from The Edge and The Rock. 2 radio stations from New Zealand. Thank you, mate. Thank you for the raid. How was the stream? Also, we're talking about, you guys would have just joined in. We were talking about a radio comp called, I said The Rock. I forgot the station. The Edge Safe House. Oh, and also, thank you for the free feed. I won, vouchers from you guys. I'm thank you for the free food. The only issue, though, is it took a while, because whoever sent it out from prizes, they sent it out, and then I looked at the bottom. They expired a couple of weeks before, so they had to send another one out again. I'm like, oh no! I should have kept them don't look at the bottom, just give me the good. Yeah, welcome friends. Welcome to the. Yeah. Oh, here's a question from. I think it's Venix V3N3X. Quick question for someone getting into the game after years. How y'all pick him? Oh, never mind. I didn't clear the question. Is that question person that said in the chat? Is that for me or is that a copy pasta? Welcome to Let the Music Speak. I lost my train of thought. How are you guys going?
Good.
We're good. We might have to go and try and watch this thing about whether we're getting out of level 3 though. So
yeah.
If there have been any updates, we might. Oh gosh, it's so strange knowing that it's going to be a make or break today.
Well, it's like our weekend plans, really.
Not that we have any, but yeah.
I think what was good is that you guys didn't get evac'd, because if you got evac'd, that all the effort you guys did over the past week may have just been unfoiled because of isolation and that. Yeah.
Oh,
luckily it was just Auckland, and it was the last minute hey, you guys stay away from the beaches. Oh, I have a question. Oh, sorry, you go. I've got a question.
No, just a crazy day.
Oh, never mind. It was just Nisa just saying if they have a question, what you can do in Twitch chat is highlight the message. Makes it so much easier to read.
Yeah.
Did you guys create a Twitch in the end? Because if you did, I could just make you a VIP one day in the chat.
I don't know if I have created a Twitch.
I think I did have a Twitch account, but I didn't do anything with it. I just watched a few streams.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Because that was on my old phone, and I don't think I've actually logged in. It's one of those classic, gotta log in.
You make one and that's it.
No idea what the password is. Or the username.
Yeah. God,
I just save everything to Google. It's so much easier. I don't even know my password for Facebook and probably my phone.
No.
I just use my finger and just hope for the best.
Wouldn't have a clue. My mum has a password book, which is hilarious because all the passwords are the same. I'm like, well, if it's the same password, Mum, why do you need to write it down?
I have to make passwords for my parents because if I don't, I just worry one day they're going to get hacked. I'm like, oh no. Once they get that one password, it's all over. Got another question. This one. So what I've done is general questions, which a lot of people didn't actually get to, and some broadcast questions, because I've got a lot of people that will be, not a lot, but many people. Actually, I'm interviewing Sharon next month, so it's hey, so that'll be quite cool. A mixture of questions, broadcaster questions, not next week, but the week after. My mate Wes, who makes TikToks, because I'm in his D&D campaign, which is tomorrow, guys. Yet for Initiative, come and watch it. We do a D&D campaign, and he's my DM. Known him for years as well. He's a really good friend, and he also does TikTok. That was a tangent, and I forgot what the original thing was. That's the thing you guys are going to probably pick up now that you've talked to me more is I love a good tangent, and then I forget what the tangent was for. Where is the next one? Oh, here's one. So both of you work with music quite a lot. Good job, Stephen. That's always part of the job. Do you listen to a lot of the songs on air, or do you just plug out straight away?
It depends on the song. If it's a song that I like at the moment, I'm really loving Justin Bieber's Anyone, so I'll always blast that one. I love that song. I think it's fab. It reminds me of Phil Collins. The drums. So it depends. And then there are other songs that I'll unplug and then I'll just want quiet because I'll be thinking about the next break. But yeah, what about you?
I mean, I do a lot of my job is like working in between the songs. So when a song's playing, that's when I'm like getting ready audio and stuff for the next break. So it's quite hard because if there's a song that comes on the rock and I really want to listen to it because I love it, I'm like, I can't because I've got stuff to do. So yeah, I probably don't listen to the music as much as other people who are just listening to the radio show. Yeah. And then when I'm like driving home, I don't listen to music. I just put in my podcast. And I have a podcast on. So I love the music and the genre that of the radio station I'm currently working at, but listening to the actual radio station isn't something I do that often. Yeah,
that actually leads into the next question: is outside of work, is it just peace and quiet at home or around you, or do you just have like a preferred playlist that might not be like what the Edge or the Rock play to kind of like get out of that work mode?
We listen to the radio.
Yeah, we listen to the radio a little bit on the weekends. We'll wake up and we'll make a coffee and we'll sit down on the couch and we'll like decompress and we'll have usually the Edge just on in the background, quite low, and then we do our day. So that's probably the most we listen to.
Yeah, we want to get into music more, which is so funny because we love music, but maybe we're just like a quiet house sometimes. But I always put on a themed playlist depending on what I'm making for dinner. So I always put on Mexican music if we're making Mexican or Italian music.
Whereas tonight we're going to get takeaways. So
no music.
Treat yourself. Yeah. Can I add some treat yourself in the chat? I've got like an emote that, you guys don't have the Twitch chat open. It just says treat yourself. Always a good like mantra when you're on a diet. Treat yourself. Thanks, Nisa. You always got my back there.
Should we do one more question, like a real big one? A big question.
Yeah.
Shock us. Finish on a bang.
Yeah, I guess this is another memory lane kind of thing, because this is how you guys kind of met, right? What are some of your memories when you went to radio, TV, broadcasting school?
I loved broadcasting school.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was exactly the university experience that I wanted. My first year, I was basically just drunk.
Yep.
And I know that sounds so bad, but I wanted that university experience. I wanted to be with 20 like-minded people that I loved and was so different, but so loud. And then, I don't know, because there's only 20 people in the class, you become really close. Yeah. And we lived like 20 steps away from university because there was a place called O House, and then you'd like wake up at 5 minutes to your class started and wander on over and grab a coffee, and then your friend would be like walking out the coffee shop and then somebody else would bump into you while you're crossing the road. It just gave you the vibe that you wanted your whole life to go to uni for. And then second year I actually buckled down and did some shit and actually worked. But my first year was mostly about I don't know, I guess that uni experience, and I got told off quite a bit. And I only got in because somebody dropped out like 2 days before class started. They decided it wasn't for them in the end, and I was on the waiting list it was my second year of trying to get in. So I only got in because of that. I'm so grateful for it. But yeah, I loved B School. Yeah,
B School was wicked. Same thing for me. I was drunk the first year. Second year I was still drunk, but I worked harder. I also like looking back on my time at B School because, like Meg said, there was only like 25-ish students in the class, and they made out it was such a thing to like get into that class. And I look back on all the students that were in my class and how many of them are actually still in the radio industry is quite low. Yeah. It's like 2 or 3 people, and the rest of them moved on to do other things, which is fine. But
and excelled at it,
yeah, and excelled at it. But because I was an aggressively medium student, and I was probably tipped to be, you know,
one of the dropouts.
Yeah, one of the dropouts, or not be in the industry for that long, and it's quite a proud moment to know that I'm still doing it.
Yeah,
you know, I'm still doing the job that I got the degree for. So that's
why
I don't know where that degree is. I think it's at Mum's house. But
I just passed as well.
I passed. Sure. C's get degrees.
Like,
ask me what I got, Steve. Ask me what I got.
What did you get?
97.
Out of 100 is obviously that.
Thank you. The best I've ever done in my life for anything.
I got 51. And the pass rate was 50.
50. Yeah.
But we both got the same degree.
True. And the same jobs, really, in the end.
Exactly. We live in the same house.
Nice. Well, thank you, you two.
Thank you so much. It's been
great.
really fun.
Thank you for taking this leap of faith into live streaming here and becoming my first guest. We could always chat after this, but I'm actually going to send you guys on to another stream. So thank you, Force Pawn Stream, coming to the first Let the Music Speak. You can find these guys again. I made this thing where the lower third I can actually control from here. Fancy.
Down here.
Yeah, so this one is Meg, if I hit the button right. So you can find Meg on Twitter, Megan in there, and then on Insta, Megan on air. Yeah, and then, which great alliteration, by the way. You can't alliterate Stephen Philippou. Meg Mansell guy, like, that's also another great username. Like, you found alliteration in your name, whereas I'm like, yeah, you can't do that with Stephen. And then you've got, I did the thing, yeah, because I had a glitch in this thing. So you can find guy on Twitter and Insta, that Mansell guy. Yeah. But I'm going to hit a button which is on my Twitch chat, and I'm going to raid somebody. If I just find a streamer real quick. Who can we raid? We're going to raid a friend, Joey. He's streaming Valorant. So if you are down for Valorant, he's playing the game. But this is the first Let the Music Speak. See you not next week, but the week after. We're West. I was going to say Guy. Guy will join. Oh no! It was such a strong end, and then I got Guy.
Such a strong ending.
There was such a strong end. I'll be joined by Wes Johnson for the week after next, and then Sammy the Siren for the week after. Now I'm going to hit a button and just hope I send you to the right streamer. Otherwise, where am I? What is this? All right, I'm gonna copy paste this raid, and hopefully it sends. All right, we're going. Bye, guys.
See ya.